adventurers, welcome back to The Famous File, the channel where we dig up the stories behind your favorite stars. No treasure maps required. Today we're traveling back to the sands of 1999 with The Mummy, the epic film that made us laugh, scream, and dream of uncovering ancient secrets. The cast of The Mummy gave us unforgettable characters and brought the adventure to life. But what about their real lives? From their childhood beginnings to breakout moments, career highs, scandals, and even some tragic turns, we're exploring where the stars of this beloved classic are in 2024. Ready to unravel the mysteries of Brendan Fraser, Rachel Weisz, and the rest of the gang? Let's dive into their lives, then and now. Brendan Fraser as Rick O'Connell. Let's kick things off with the one and only Brendan Fraser, the ultimate adventurer and leading man of the Mummy franchise. Before he was dodging mummies and battling ancient curses, Brendan had a pretty fascinating journey to fame. Born in 1968 in Indianapolis, Indiana, Brendan grew up in a close-knit family and moved frequently due to his father's job in tourism. These early years sparked his curiosity about the world, and he later found his love for acting while attending a boarding school in Canada. His theater background helped him land a spot at the prestigious Cornish College of the Arts in Seattle. Fraser's breakout role came with the 1992 comedy Encino Man, and he quickly gained recognition in films like School Ties and George of the Jungle. In 1998, he delivered a critically acclaimed performance in Gods and Monsters opposite Ian McKellen. That same year, he landed his career-defining role as Rick O'Connell in The Mummy, cementing his status as a Hollywood leading man. Fraser followed up The Mummy with roles in Dudley Do-Right, 1998, Bedazzled, 2000, and The Mummy sequels. He also dabbled in TV, guest starring on shows like The Simpsons and Scrubs. However, the toll of physically demanding stunts and personal challenges began to weigh on him. By the time of The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor in 2008, Fraser admitted he was held together with tape and ice. Amid his rising career, Fraser faced personal struggles. The actor alleged that in 2003, during a luncheon held by the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, HFPA, Philip Burke, a former president of the organization, sexually assaulted him. Fraser described the incident in unsettling detail, saying that Burke's hand reached around, grabbed my ass cheek, and one of his fingers touched me in the taint, and he starts moving it around. Fraser explained that he managed to remove Burke's hand, but was left feeling ill and emotionally shaken. At the time, Fraser didn't speak publicly about the incident, fearing humiliation and potential damage to his career. However, he reported the incident to the HFPA, and Burke later admitted to touching Fraser, but claimed it was intended as a joke. The HFPA conducted an internal inquiry, which reportedly confirmed that Burke had touched Fraser, but dismissed it as non-sexual and a misunderstanding. This response, coupled with Burke's continued presence within the HFPA, left Fraser feeling alienated and blacklisted. He believed that his career suffered as a result of speaking out. The fallout from the encounter took a heavy toll on Fraser's mental health and confidence. He withdrew from Hollywood, focusing instead on his family and personal healing. However, Fraser encountered yet another challenging hurdle. Fraser's marriage to actress Afton Smith, whom he wed in 1998, began to unravel. The couple, who shared 3 sons, Griffin, Holden, and Leland, announced their divorce in 2007 after nearly a decade of marriage. While the split was reportedly amicable at first, the aftermath turned contentious. Fraser was ordered to pay $900,000 annually in alimony and child support, a sum that became increasingly burdensome as his acting opportunities dwindled. In 2013, Fraser petitioned the court to reduce his payments, citing a significant decline in his income. He claimed he could no longer afford the hefty amount due to a lack of steady work. However, Smith accused him of hiding assets to avoid his financial obligations, alleging fraud. The court ultimately ruled in Fraser's favor, allowing for a reduction in his payments if his annual earnings fell below $3 million. On top of that, he faced the devastating loss of his mother, Carol Mary Fraser, who passed away after a long battle with cancer in 2016. Fraser, always deeply connected to his family, described her as his greatest cheerleader. Losing her was a profound blow, and it came during a period when he was already grappling with physical pain, career setbacks, Awards Design for Living, a performance that earned her the title of Most Promising Newcomer by the London Critics Circle. Talk about a promising start. Her film career started gaining traction in the mid-90s with standout roles in Stealing Beauty and The Land Girls.
Lasciami dire, nel futuro, io credo, è la mia opinione, che la giustizia sociale emergerà non più.
But it was 1999's The Mummy that truly cemented Rachel as a household name. Her portrayal of Evelyn Carnahan was a mix of brains, bravery, and humor that won over audiences worldwide. The success of The Mummy and its sequel, The Mummy Returns, catapulted Rachel into the spotlight. But instead of sticking to blockbusters, she chose to diversify her career, taking on challenging roles in critically acclaimed films. One of her most memorable performances was in The Constant Gardener, which earned her an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress in 2006. Outside of her career, Rachel's personal life has been equally noteworthy. In 2011, she married James Bond himself, Daniel Craig, forming one of Hollywood's most low-key yet powerful couples. Together, they welcomed a daughter in 2018, and Rachel has masterfully balanced motherhood with a thriving acting career. Before settling down with Daniel Craig, Rachel had a long-term relationship with director Darren Aronofsky, known for films like Requiem for a Dream and Black Swan. The couple met in 2001 and were together for over a decade. They got engaged in 2005, and during their time together, they welcomed a son in 2006. But despite their years together, their relationship ended in 2010, a breakup that came as a surprise to many. There was no big public drama, but it was clear that they had grown apart. Rachel and Darren have maintained a friendly relationship post-split, especially when it comes to co-parenting their son. Meanwhile, Daniel Craig, who was already a household name thanks to James Bond, was engaged to film producer Satsuki Mitchell during the time he met Rachel. They were in a serious relationship for several years, but broke off their engagement in 2010, right around the same time Rachel and Darren ended things. Then, in 2011, came a plot twist we didn't see coming. Rachel started dating Daniel Craig, the man who would forever be known as James Bond. Recently, Rachel has taken on roles in projects like Marvel's Black Widow, where she proved she can still steal the spotlight. In 2024, she will take on the role of the legendary Elizabeth Taylor in A Special Relationship, a biographical drama that explores Taylor's transformation from actress to activist. Given Rachel's impressive talent for portraying real-life figures with complexity and nuance, this project has generated major buzz. That's not all. Rachel is also working on a film adaptation of Seance on a Wet Afternoon, a thrilling project that will showcase her range as she dives into another compelling role. With a career that continues to expand and evolve, Rachel's ability to take on diverse and challenging roles only proves she's one of the most versatile actresses working today. John Hannah as Jonathan Carnahan. Next up, let's talk about the witty and occasionally clueless Jonathan Carnahan, played by none other than the talented John Hannah. Born in 1962 in East Kilbride, Scotland, John's journey to stardom didn't start with acting. In fact, before he even considered a career in showbiz, John was an apprentice electrician for 4 years. He was pretty handy, but fate had other plans. After realizing his passion for acting, he decided to take a big leap and left his job to pursue his dream. John was accepted to the prestigious Royal Scottish Academy of Music and Drama in Glasgow, and that's where his career really started to take off. John started his career in theater, but it wasn't long before he made the jump to television and film. He first gained recognition for his roles in British films like 4 Weddings and A Funeral. Remember that hilarious wedding scene?
What's going on, Charles?
Just what?
And The Hurricanes. But his real breakout moment came when he was cast as Jonathan Carnahan in The Mummy in 1999. After the success of The Mummy, John Hannah went on to reprise his role in The Mummy Returns. But the next few years were a mix of highs and lows. He continued to work, appearing in films like The Hurricane and A Few Best Men, as well as TV shows like Spartacus, where he played the shrewd Batiatus. But while John's career stayed steady, things behind the scenes weren't always perfect. In fact, the Mummy franchise didn't exactly end on a high note. When the third film, The Mummy: Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, 2008, was released, it came with some major changes. The absence of Rachel Weisz was noticeable, and fans were divided over the film's reception. John himself even admitted that the third installment didn't feel the same, which left many fans wondering what could have been if the original cast had stayed together. As for John's personal life, he's been pretty private. After the Mummy films, he faced some personal tragedies. In 2009, he lost his mother, and a few years later, in 2013, his father passed away as well. These losses, understandably, had a huge impact on John, but he's continued to work and push through the difficult times. While John has managed to keep most of his private life under wraps, there's one relationship that has been an important part of his life for years. That would be his longtime marriage to his wife, Cristina Roccamo. John and Cristina, an Italian model and actress, have been married since 1996. Recently, he's been involved in a wide variety of projects, showcasing his versatility as an actor. John had a significant role in the medical drama Transplant, which aired from 2020 to 2024. He played Jed Bishop, a key character in the series that focuses on the challenges faced by immigrant doctors in Canada. Another interesting role in 2023 was his appearance in The Last of Us, where he played Dr. Newman in a single episode. John is also starring in Bermondsey Tales: Fall of the Roman Empire, a British crime series that features a stacked cast, including Voss Blackwood, Adam Deacon, and Frank Harper. One of his more critically recognized films in this period was The Garden of Evening Mists, 2019, where he played Magnus Gemmel. It earned a solid 6.9 rating, and it was a standout for John in a more dramatic role. Arnold Vosloo as Imhotep, aka the Mummy. Now let's talk about the man who brought the Mummy to life, Arnold Vosloo as Imhotep. This role made him a household name, and while he may have played a villain on screen, his journey in Hollywood has been anything but evil. But before we dive in, quick question. Do you ever think Billy Zane looks like a more glamorous version of Arnold Vosloo? Oh well, maybe it's just me. All right, now let's get into it. Born in 1962 in Pretoria, South Africa, Arnold was always interested in the arts. He grew up in a country where the entertainment industry wasn't as expansive, but his love for acting led him to pursue it anyway. After attending high school, Arnold studied drama at the University of Pretoria and soon became involved in South African theater. His talent on stage caught the attention of casting agents, and it wasn't long before he was landing roles in both film and TV. By the early 90s, Arnold made the leap to Hollywood. He appeared in a handful of films and TV shows, but his breakthrough came in 1999 when he was cast as the iconic villain, Imhotep, in The Mummy. This film, directed by Stephen Sommers, turned out to be a massive success, and Arnold's portrayal of the cursed Egyptian priest became legendary. He was terrifying, tragic, and oddly charismatic, a performance that earned him a place in film history. Following The Mummy's success, Arnold reprised his role in the 2001 sequel, The Mummy Returns, where Imhotep was back with a vengeance. From 2001 onwards, Arnold appeared in several big projects, including Blood Diamond, 2006, where he played Colonel Cutsy. But more recently, Arnold's been working on a mix of TV shows and films, continuing to deliver solid performances. In 2022, he starred in Ludik, a South African crime thriller series, and in Silverton Siege, he played Captitiza Johan Langerman, adding a bit of action to his resume. And in 2023, Arnold joined the cast of Condor's Nest, where he portrayed Colonel Martin Bach in a role that mixes history and suspense. Most recently, in 2024, Arnold's been appearing in a couple of exciting projects. He's got a role in the TV series Plan B, where he plays Paul Schmidt, and he also stars in London Calling, playing a character named Harry. However, while his career has had its ups and downs, Arnold's life hasn't been without its challenges. In 2008, he found himself in the middle of a major scandal when he and his wife, Nancy, went through a highly publicized divorce. This caught the media's attention, especially since the couple had been together for nearly a decade. Arnold has been married to his second wife, Sylvia Ahi, and lives a much more grounded life compared to the usual celebrity lifestyle. Even as he continues to work in the industry, he's always kept his presence low-key, only popping up in projects that interest him or that he's genuinely passionate about. So while Arnold may not be constantly in the limelight, he's definitely still a respected actor in the industry, staying true to his craft and enjoying a quiet, fulfilling life off-screen. Patricia Velasquez as Ankh Sunamun. Next up, let's talk about the stunning and fierce Ankh Sunamun, played by the talented Patricia Velasquez. If you remember, Ankh Sunamun wasn't just a villain. She was a powerful, enigmatic figure in the Mummy franchise, caught between love, betrayal, and, well, a lot of ancient curses. Patricia was born in 1971 in Venezuela. Now, she wasn't always on the path to Hollywood stardom. In fact, after high school, Patricia originally studied engineering. But life had other plans when a local hairdresser noticed her modeling potential. That led to a casting call, and suddenly she found herself competing in the Miss Venezuela pageant. It was there that she shifted gears, deciding to pursue modeling full-time to support her family. Her decision paid off big time. Over the years, Patricia became one of the most sought-after models, walking runways for top designers like Chanel, Gucci, and Carolina Herrera. She also graced the covers of Victoria's Secret and the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. Patricia lived in Paris and New York, becoming a Ford model and running in glamorous circles. It was a career that seemed to have it all. But behind the scenes, Patricia was dealing with something very personal. While her career was skyrocketing, Patricia discovered a secret about herself. She was gay. For years, she struggled with this revelation, feeling torn between her public image and her true self. She kept her sexuality hidden for years, even while working for major campaigns. But as her daughter, Maya, grew older, Patricia realized it was time to face her truth. In her 2015 memoir, Straight Walk, Patricia opened up about her struggles with her identity and the emotional toll it took. She shared how, after much soul-searching, she came out to her family and the world. In the book, Patricia also reveals her deep romantic relationship with comedian Sandra Bernhard, whom she says was the first woman she'd ever kissed. This relationship helped her realize the depth of her feelings for women and was a major turning point in her journey toward self-acceptance. But Patricia wasn't content with just being a model. She wanted to act. And in the late 90s, she made her Hollywood debut with a few TV appearances. Her big breakthrough came in 1999 when she was cast as Anck-Su-Namun in The Mummy, a role that cemented her as a rising star. After The Mummy, Patricia didn't slow down. She appeared in a variety of TV shows, including American Family, The L Word, Ugly Betty, and Rescue Me. In fact, Patricia hasn't stopped working since The Mummy, staying a steady presence in Hollywood. But it wasn't just acting that kept her busy. Patricia also shifted her focus toward philanthropy, launching her own YU Taya Foundation, which helps improve the lives of indigenous communities in Latin America. On top of that, Patricia has done extensive work with the United Nations, using her platform to advocate for women's and children's rights. Her advocacy work has earned her respect not only as an actress, but as a philanthropist dedicated to making real-world change. So, what do you think of Patricia Velasquez's incredible journey? From a legendary modeling career to opening up about her sexuality, she's proven to be a true trailblazer. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Patricia Velasquez as Anck-Su-Namun. Next up, let's talk about the stunning and fierce Anck-Su-Namun, played by the talented Patricia Velasquez. If you remember, Anck-Su-Namun wasn't just a villain. She was a powerful, enigmatic figure in the Mummy franchise, caught between love, betrayal, and, well, a lot of ancient curses. Patricia was born in 1971 in Venezuela. Now, she wasn't always on the path to Hollywood stardom. In fact, after high school, Patricia originally studied engineering. But life had other plans when a local hairdresser noticed her modeling potential. That led to a casting call, and suddenly she found herself competing in the Miss Venezuela pageant. It was there that she shifted gears, deciding to pursue modeling full-time to support her family. Her decision paid off big time. Over the years, Patricia became one of the most sought-after models, walking runways for top designers like Chanel, Gucci, and Carolina Herrera. She also graced the covers of Victoria's Secret and the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. Patricia lived in Paris and New York, becoming a Ford model and running in glamorous circles. It was a career that seemed to have it all, but behind the scenes, Patricia was dealing with something very personal. While her career was skyrocketing, Patricia discovered a secret about herself. She was gay. For years, she struggled with this revelation, feeling torn between her public image and her true self. She kept her sexuality hidden for years, even while working for major campaigns. But as her daughter, Maya, grew older, Patricia realized it was time to face her truth. In her 2015 memoir, Straight Walk, Patricia opened up about her struggles with her identity and the emotional toll it took. She shared how, after much soul-searching, she came out to her family and the world. In the book, Patricia also reveals her deep romantic relationship with comedian Sandra Bernhard, whom she says was the first woman she'd ever kissed. This relationship helped her realize the depth of her feelings for women and was a major turning point in her journey towards self-acceptance. But Patricia wasn't content with just being a model. She wanted to act. and in the late 90s, she made her Hollywood debut with a few TV appearances. Her big breakthrough came in 1989, when she was cast as Enk Sunamun in The Mummy, a role that cemented her as a rising star. After The Mummy, Patricia didn't slow down. She appeared in a variety of TV shows, including American Family, The L Word, Ugly Betty, and Rescue Me. In fact, Patricia hasn't stopped working since The Mummy, staying a steady presence in Hollywood. But it wasn't just acting that kept her busy. Patricia also shifted her focus toward philanthropy, launching her own Wayu Taya Foundation, which helps improve the lives of indigenous communities in Latin America. On top of that, Patricia has done extensive work with the United Nations, using her platform to advocate for women's and children's rights. Her advocacy work has earned her respect not only as an actress, but as a philanthropist dedicated to making real-world change. So, what do you think of Patricia Velasquez's incredible journey? From a legendary modeling career to opening up about her sexuality, she's proven to be a true trailblazer. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Aharon Ipalay as Pharaoh Seti I. Aharon Ipalay, the actor who brought Pharaoh Seti I to life in the Mummy series. Aharon's powerful performance as the regal and imposing Egyptian ruler was unforgettable. Yet his journey in Hollywood was far from easy. So let's take a look at the life and career of this talented actor then and now. Aharon Ipalay was born on December 27, 1941, in Morocco. At just 2 years old, he and his family moved to Israel as part of the early migration of Moroccan Jews. Growing up in Israel, Aharon quickly developed a passion for acting. After serving in the Israeli army, he moved to London to enroll in a prestigious theater school, setting the stage for a career that would span multiple continents and industries. Aharon's acting career took off in the UK, where he appeared in several British television series and theater productions. In fact, he earned widespread recognition for his role as Jesus Christ in the television miniseries Christ Re-Crucified, and later as Joshua in the 1973-1974 British miniseries Moses the Lawgiver, starring Burt Lancaster. This role caught the attention of Hollywood, and soon he found himself in American TV shows like Hawaii Five-0, Wonder Woman, Kojak, and Dynasty. Aharon's American television credits in the 1970s and 80s were extensive, appearing in shows like Knight Rider, where he played the role of Durant, the villain responsible for killing Michael Knight's fiancée. He also appeared in Miami Vice, The Love Boat, and Charlie's Angels, becoming a familiar face on TV during this golden era of American entertainment. His big break came in 1999 when he was cast as Pharaoh Seti I in The Mummy, where his commanding presence and deep voice made him the perfect fit for the role of the ancient ruler. Although his screen time in The Mummy was short, Aharon's portrayal of Seti I became iconic. He went on to appear in films like The Scorpion King, 2002, and TV series like 24 and The Mentalist. Sadly, Aharon passed away in 2016 at the age of 66 after battling cancer. His death marked a loss for both the Israeli and international acting communities. Despite his relatively brief time in Hollywood, Aharon left behind a lasting impact through his remarkable performances. And that's a wrap on the cast of The Mummy, from their early days to the epic rise to fame and what they've been up to most recently. So, what do you think? Which cast member surprised you the most in their post-Mummy journey? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of the Mummy cast, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video from us. Thanks for watching, and until next time.